Greetings, everyone. I hope you're having a restful and enjoyable Sunday with family and friends. After all, it's supposed to be our day off, but not for me and not for you, because you know why? We're going to work on jumping part 2. Yesterday, I demonstrated how to teach your dog not to jump on you personally. It's your own dog. But part 2 is when your dog jumps on everyone but you. I mean, your guest, anyone you encounter, strangers, you name it. Those situations can be dangerous at times. Your dog can knock them over, or it can actually escalate into a very aggressive situation. So let me tell you a little bit of difference between part 1 and part 2. Again, part 1, my own dog jumps on me, I push my dog off. Part 2, we don't do that. We don't make our guests push our dogs off, or certainly no strangers, because that can immediately evoke an aggressive response from your dog. Anytime your dog encounters anyone, sometimes even when you come home, I cannot tell you how many times I come home and I'm backlit by the light outside, and my dogs don't know for sure who I am right when I walk in the door. So they're barking, charging right up to me until the last second they go, "Oh, it's Bryan." So therefore, we don't want to have a stranger walk into your home and immediately start pushing your dog off of them. So again, they will go through what's called an IFF, identification friend or foe. And until they know for sure that you're friend or family, they are going to vote that you are possibly foe. So I recommend in this situation here, anytime you know someone is coming to your home, and if you're outside walking your dog, you already have your dog on a leash. But people tell me all the time, "Bryan, it's so inconvenient to have a leash on my dog all the time." You don't have to. But if you know someone's coming to your home, you should have some idea when they're going to arrive. And if not, tell them, "Text me when you get out of the car. Let me know when you're approaching." Why? Because now I can go get my leash and put my dog on a leash. Because when you're first training this, you certainly want your dog on a leash so you can have control over your dog. Keep one hanging by your door. Keep one hanging off a hook. Mount a hook right by your door. We have tons of leashes in our house. Definitely, when you train this, have your dog on a leash. There's going to come a time in which we will skip all of this, because my preferred way for my dog to greet strangers is actually in a downstay or in place. I love when people walk in my home and go, "Dang, Bryan, it's a nice dog you have." Over there. Yeah, over there. Sometimes that's in all caps. Over there. But we're not going to cover that part today. We're going to talk about intervention. Okay, someone's here. They're at my door. And now all of a sudden, my dog is barking at the door. They're about to come in. I need to control my dog because I've not trained that downstay good enough yet. And I've not trained place. And I also didn't sequester my dog away in the laundry room. So guys, they can hold on just a second. Trust me. Get a leash on your dog. Leash is on. I have control. And now I'm going to invite our son Cooper, by the way. He's our son. He's going to be our dummy today, jump dummy for today. So here he comes to the door. Captain, let's see who's at the door. So we're going to simulate like this is real life. Hey, Cooper, how you doing, buddy? Good, good. Let me go ahead and shut this door here. All right. So again, Captain's been very well trained not to jump on anyone. Cooper, do your best to try and get him to jump on you. Off. So now what's going to happen is that if Captain jumps on Cooper, I'm going to use the same command as when my dog jumps on me. I'm going to say, "Off." That's me, not him, not my guest. I don't want my guest doing anything. And then I, holding my leash, I'm going to pull the dog off of my guest. Now again, how hard do we pull? How hard do we snap on the leash? You're going to have to find out and see how this thing develops. Start at your personal level 1, off. "Hey, how you doing? Great, good to see you." But the dog immediately jumps on your guest again. Go to your personal level 2. Then 3, then 4, whatever it takes to immediately stop your dog from jumping on them any further and promote the desired behavior, standing here or having a sit. Okay, so let's try this again. Cooper, just don't worry about coming in. Just try and get him to jump on you again. I just want to demonstrate. Okay?
Hey, Captain. Free him up first.
Free. Free, buddy.
Captain.
Off. Good. Okay. Really hard to demonstrate with him. I probably have to just pick a dog who has no clue on how to do this whatsoever. Again, this is a very trained dog. He's had years of training right here in our household, right here in this foyer, and he knows not to jump on anyone. But give it one more shot. Free.
Captain. Captain.
Not me, you dork. Him. Jump on him. Off. Good. All right. So you guys really didn't get to see the pullback on the leash, but hey, welcome to live video. That's just the way things happen there. No big deal at all. Here, I'll just show you in case Captain wasn't even on the leash. Captain jumps on my guest. I say off. I pull off. His paws land on the ground. Remember, we do not reward at that time there. We do not reward. We're still in training. So right then, as soon as the dog's paws are on the ground, I immediately start talking to my guest. How are you doing? And also, it wouldn't harm to give your guest, especially if you know them, some predictive information. Hey, when you come over, if you don't mind, I'm going to elicit you to help me train my dog not to jump on you. Trust me, they'll want to participate, and they'll look forward to the day that your dog won't jump on them. So again, ding dong, go to the door. Hey, how you doing? 1 second. Leash on the dog. Got my leash on. Okay, shorten that leash up just a little bit. Open the door. How are you? Come on in. And right then, if the dog jumps off, pull the dog off. Great. Good to see you. In other words, we're ignoring the dog. Okay, here's your best scenario. I go to the door. I open it. Hey, how you doing? My dog sits or just stands there and doesn't jump. Bingo. That's when you reward. That's when you give the reward. Just like in yesterday's video. That's when you give the reward. When the dog elects not to jump at all. All right, other than that, we just ignore. Okay, so in summary, real quick, guest comes to the door. One more time. Hey, how are you? Dog jumps. I say off. Dog is now off of my guest. I greet my guest and ignore the dog. I do that on purpose so they don't pay attention to the dog. I want no benefit for jumping on my guest. If dogs achieve no benefit for any action, they will no longer do the action. They will not keep it up. Only humans do actions in which they gain no benefit from. Not these animals. No way. So again, as soon as he's off, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Come on into my house. Dog jumps again. I go to my level 2. And then I continue talking to my guest. And dog jumps again, level 3, until I finally have results. And then every time this occurs, when the dog does not jump, bingo, here comes that reward. Right then and there. Always have a couple on you, some in a jar near the door, some stationed somewhere, so the dog gets an immediate reward for never electing to jump on the person coming in. Okay, guys, last little thing on this. This is not going to happen overnight. You're dealing with one of the most powerful instincts a dog has. I need to be head level. We talked about why yesterday. They're driven by an internal mechanism that dates back thousands of years. It's not going to happen overnight. But you can certainly speed up the process by having lots of guests over. Be social. Tell them what you're doing. Practice this day in, day out. Practice this when you meet people out on that sidewalk out there. Practice this when you go to that cafe. Don't be afraid to say off and pull your dog off. And then tell them, ignore my dog for just a second. And then you can go into this video or send them the video and they can now listen to it and watch it and kind of learn why I'm telling you to do that. All right, guys. Now, down the road here, a few days from now, I'm going to cover down, where the dog lies down, or sit, stay in both, and a behavior called place. And you see how well this is trained here. And then, because that's going to be wonderful, because we'll be able to skip all of this. You'll be able to go to the door with your dog and go, oh, hey, there's Sally. Place. And there goes your dog running off down the hallway, hopping on a cot and remaining there until you release the dog. Sound cool? Oh, you bet it's way cool. But before we get to that, I've had a ton of questions come in. And I thank all of you for those questions. And some of those are deep. They're not just your simple, ordinary questions. These are really good questions. But for me to do justice to answering those, I need to lay some groundwork first. So starting tomorrow for about the first 4 days, I'm going to be teaching some very important information that you will now understand when I use certain terminology. What does it mean? Why is Bryan referring to this? Why does he call it social support? Why does he call it an outlet for frustration? Why does he say critical zone and threat zone and IFF and so on and so forth? I'm going to lay the groundwork so that you will be prepared for the answers I'm going to give to your very important questions. And I really appreciate those, because if you've got those questions, it means someone else does as well. Okay, guys, I promise not such a long video, but man, you know what it is? Jumping's difficult. You got to keep working it and keep working it, and we're going to keep pushing this thing. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and if you found this the least bit helpful, please share. You guys did a great job yesterday doing that. Push it out there. Push it out there. The feedback that we're getting, we're all a team. You're my teammates. Man, congratulate yourselves. We're getting such good positive feedback. Already people are writing in and saying, Bryan, that's already made a difference in my walks. I used to not walk my dog. Now I'm walking my dog. Man, almost chokes me up. That's what it's all about. I appreciate you guys doing that, because I didn't know that person. Now I do. All right, have a great remainder of your Sunday, and I'll be back here tomorrow. Be ready. I've got really, really important information coming up. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cattle dog, free, buddy.